How's it going, y'all? This is Nick with HoustonCaseManagers.com, and in this video, I wanted to talk to you about 2 ways that you can move up a housing wait list faster than normal. So the first way that you can move up a housing wait list is to look for coordinated access programs. Coordinated access programs, these are programs that are typically managed by homeless shelters, nonprofits, and what happens is HUD, they have this funding, and they give this funding to nonprofits and to homeless shelters. And this funding can be used in a number of different ways, but the main goals that they're trying to accomplish with coordinated access is to help people with housing, help people to find affordable housing. So there are 3 levels with coordinated access. The first is they can help you with maybe one-time rent assistance. If you fell behind on rent and you need help to keep you from getting evicted, a coordinated access program may help you with a one-time rent assistance payment. The second program they have is it may be short-term rental assistance. So if you lost your job and maybe you need 6 months of assistance for rental assistance, coordinated access, they may have a program for you. The last one is permanent supportive housing. So if they have a history of chronic homelessness, if they have mental health issues, that could get somebody permanent supportive housing. Now, when most people apply for housing programs, typically they just go to the housing authority in their city. Now, you can apply for housing in your city, but the thing about it is typically these are the longest waiting lists. Those coordinated access programs, the ones that are managed by nonprofits and homeless shelters, those clients are higher priorities to get housing assistance. So whenever, bottom line is you can get housing faster if you're referred from a shelter or a nonprofit as opposed to you just applying on your own. And if you're looking for a coordinated access program, like I said, the places that you want to look are nonprofits that are in your city and also homeless shelters. These are 2 places that you can get connected to the coordinated access program that's near you, because again, these places, they have funding that's specifically set up to help you with housing. So that's the first way. Try to find a coordinated access program. If you can find one, that can help you get housing a lot faster than you just going to your local housing authority and applying. And I'll put a link in the description below to help you find some of the places where you can get coordinated access. So the second way that you can get housing fast is to apply for housing in cities, towns, counties that have a lower population. So in Houston, where I'm at, Houston is maybe 4 or 5 million people. So that translates to lots of people being on a housing wait list. For example, if you went, 45 minutes north, south, east, west of Houston, you're going to be in a county, a town, a city with a lower population, and you're going to have a smaller wait list. And that's one thing that some people don't know is you can apply for housing in a different city, a different town, a different state, aside from your own. The only catch to that is individuals who live in that city or town. Let's say I live in Houston and I want to apply for housing in Beaumont, Texas. People in Beaumont are going to be a higher priority than I am because I don't live in that city. But still, because that population is smaller, because they have less people on the wait list, I would probably get housing in that smaller city faster than I would if I tried to apply here in Houston. That's the thing. If you want to go with this second option, you're going to have to be okay with moving out of your current city. Now, if you got doctors, if you got family, that may not apply to you. But if you have no ties to your current city, and if you're okay living in a smaller town or city, then that could be an option for you. What some people do is they will port their benefits, and what a lot of people do let me not say a lot of people, what some people do is they'll live in a smaller city, and they may have to live there for 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. And then after that time period is over, they can do what they call porting, and they can port their benefits, and they can take them from that smaller city. Let's say you get Section 8, you can take them from Beaumont, and you can port those to a Section 8 landlord in Houston. So that's one way that some people get housing assistance faster than normal. But those are the two different ways. Like I said, the first way, you want to try to find a coordinated access program. And you can find those in nonprofits and shelters. And when it comes to housing wait lists, people who are referred from a nonprofit or a homeless shelter, they're going to be a higher priority than somebody who is just applying at a local housing authority. The second way, again, is apply for housing in cities, towns, counties that have a smaller population than the one that you're staying in. If you stay in pretty much any major city in the U.S., you're probably going to be looking at housing wait lists of maybe a year, 2, 3 years, maybe even more, just because there are so many people on that wait list. So again, if you're okay with moving outside of your current city to a smaller city or town, definitely look at housing authorities in other places. And you can apply for housing in any state, any city. If I'm in Texas and I want to apply for housing in Idaho, I can do that. But again, the people in that town, in that city, they're going to be a higher priority. But again, if you're applying, if you stay in a large major city, you can probably still get housing faster if you apply in those smaller cities or towns. But that's all I got for this video. If you have questions about housing resources or how to find housing faster, definitely leave a comment here. You can also go to the website, HoustonCaseManagers.com. Have lots of housing resources on that website. So if there's any way that I can help you, find housing resources or just any community resources, let me know, and I'm glad to help out. But that's all I got. Thanks for watching.